And a sunlit Wilderspool greets Hull FC as they take the field for this round 4 clash against the Warrington Wolves. Two sides coming into this game with 2 victories from their 3 previous outings, 4 points each, and a lot at stake. Warrington, last time they played at home, lost here to Leeds in a pretty tight, tough affair, but they've won 2 on the road at Huddersfield and an excellent victory at London last week. Hull, of course, that disappointing home defeat by London, but bounced back nicely against Widnes at the KC last week, and of course won at Wakefield in the first game. So very early stages of the season, but with only St Helens and Leeds at the moment unbeaten, this is these early points very important for getting a position in the top 4-5 and consolidating it. Let's run through the whole side. In fact, it's unchanged from the Widnes game last week. Richard Horne at fullback, Colin Best and Steve Prescott on the wings, with Richie Barnett and Teo Coelho in the centres, Paul Cook and Jason Smith the halves, Craig Greenhill, Tony Smith, Scott Logan, Adam Marr, Sean Ryan and Chris Chester. On the bench for Hull, Paul King, Graham Horne, Kirk Eamon and Richard Fletcher. The Warrington side, very good crowd has turned out, significant, sizable Hull travelling contingent, but certainly outnumbered today. Good Warrington have built up and maintained a good support over the last few years. The Warrington side today, Graham Appo is at fullback, Brent Gross, Ian Sibbett, Ben Westwood and Gaskell on the wings, Paul Noon and Nathan Wood the halves, Nick Fozzard, John Clark, Mark Hilton the front 3, Darren Burns, Mike Wainwright and Sid Domick, very much a key player for Warrington. On the bench for the Wolves today, Gleeson, Wood, Gise and Sturm. The significant absentee, of course, is no Lee Breers for Warrington. Unexpected that he's not playing, key man for them. So much of their attacking play revolves around him, and of course is a superb kicker of the football. Now Hull are going to kick off, and they're playing very much into the wind, I think, in this first half. It's going to be Chris Chester to get us underway, and here we go. Russell Smith, the referee. Hilton takes the first catch of the game and tackled just outside his own 10-metre line. Ryan in the tackle with Greenhill. Who's that going? Clark finds Wainwright in the headgear on the far side. He'll get up and play it on the 30-metre line. Hull 2 weeks running being refereed by Russell Smith. Ball comes loose, knock on. Good result for Hull. It's good to have Brian Holwell back after his 5 weeks down under. Last week watching Newcastle against the Roosters, but I'm sure he'd much rather be here at Wilderspool watching Hull and Warrington.
Well, I don't want to give the true answer there, or a political answer, Steve. I hope the game today's as good as the one between Newcastle and the Roosters, and the same result in as much as the away side winning. Right, it's all said and done. Cook to Horne. Domick managed to turn on over in the tackle. Greenhill. Logan. Oh, good tackle by Wainwright, but the referee says it's high. And Steve Prescott will take the kick at goal. That scrum set up by a good Paul Cook tackle on Fozzard that caused him to lose the ball. So Prescott, what, 22, 23 metres out, just to the right of the posts, well within his range. Of course, Steve Prescott taking over from Ian Crowder, who was injured, but a pretty good kicker is Steve Prescott. Looks good. It is good. So it's just been played 2 minutes and Hull leading 2 points to 0. And Steve Prescott played on the left wing, on a custom position, and Richard Horn at fullback. Steve said they've got the advantage of quite a strong diagonal wind in this first half of Warrington. So it's Apple to restart. Should be Paul Cook's ball, because it's a Greenhill. Made by 3 defenders. Home takes them on. Best. Over the 20. Tony Smith runs off. Logan to Chester. Jason Smith. Long kick by Smith. Won't go dead. Good kick. Apple collects it just short of his own line. Brings it out. Oh, good tackle by Richie Barnett. And loses the ball on a 1-on-1. Prescott. Excellent attacking position, this Barnett. Dummies, drop off, straightens up. Ryan loses the ball. Picked up by Warrington. Oh, Warrington player driven back.
We thought the opening exchanges might be physical. They certainly are. Warrington under Paul Cullen are certainly not going to be a side that will give anything away physically, and Hull, I think, have come out to match that challenge. Burns, player who's given Warrington good service last season, and a difficult season. Remember him having an outstanding game at the Boulevard last year when Warrington sprung a surprise victory. Domick, former Penrith player, been in outstanding form at the beginning of the season. And now Apo given the kicking duties. He's got good distance on that. He will get good distance. That's just going to roll and bounce on this hard surface in goal. Well, that's going to be no problem at all getting that sort of yardage. But it's controlling it and putting a bit more pressure on the defending side. So Tony Smith not happy with the football. But we've got a bit of delay before the new one is brought out. Greenhill makes 5. Ryan working up the right hand side. Adam Marr up the left. Tony Smith from dummy half. In the hooking role again today. Cook. Koilov. Going to get a warm reception today, I'm sure. Ball comes loose, Warrington possession. So Warrington with their best position so far on halfway. That with a 0 tackle. Domick releases the ball and he comes to Colin Best. Almost gets away. Bit sloppy by Warrington there. Had a good position and wasted it. The ball ricocheting off Best, and he came back to make the catch. And Greenhill meanwhile works it up the middle of the field. Tony Smith again from dummy half. Jason Smith cuts out one man, finds Chester. Chester is going to be put down and loses the ball. So scrappy. That's the 3rd time Hull have lost the ball. So this scrum to go down 25 metres from the Warrington line. Nathan Wood to feed. Noon. Tackled by Horn and Cook. Domick. Not very big, Sid Domick, but tremendously skillful, very strong. Penalty goes against Hull for holding down. Referee again, Russell Smith, who refereed the Witness game last week. A lot of penalties in that game. So it's Wood who finds touch on the main stand side. Warrington to restart play here on the Hull 40. It's Hilton taking the first hit, takes the high tackle. Now who put that on? Was that Jason Smith or Toa Koilov? Is Jason Smith being pulled over? This one going to go on report. Sorry? It has. Hilton hit high by Jason Smith, no doubt by the high tackle. Also very good to see that Mark Hilton made no attempt to pressurise the referee. They got up straight away. So often you see players writhing around or lying flat out, hoping to win rather more than the penalty. So a big rap there for Hilton's honesty. But Jason Smith, of course, who only had 28 seconds at the KC Stadium before being sent off for a high tackle. Again, on this occasion facing a report charge. So a chance for Apo to level the scores. 30 metres out, 10 metres in from touch, strikes it well, kicks the goal. Two each. 10-11 minutes of the match gone. Well, we've lost the ball 3 times so far. Here, do you want
Ball goes high, the wind will make it hang. Hilton. Good tackle by Greeno. Wainwright was always a very hard-working player for Salford. Totally involved. Here comes Fozzard. Oh, Tony Smith meets him and Greeno. Ball back to Ward. He'll go for a 40-20. Straight down Steve Prescott, so he'll catch them all day. Tackled by Sibbett. Barnett. Horn. The penalty against Barnett. It's against Barnett. It's against the Warrington interferer. I think it was Darren Burns. I thought he was going to penalise Barnett for not getting to his feet before he played the ball, but he's obviously decided that Warrington play didn't let him. So it's Paul Cook. Goes for touch. Good kick by Cook. Chester, Smith, Logan. Jason Smith. Tackled by Domick. Tony Smith running off. Drops off Cook. Cook gets rid of it. But Greeno couldn't take it. Apo runs off. Makes good yards. Good tackle. Wood. Domick. Easy to recognise with his blue headgear. Really quick off the mark, Domick. Good blindside move there by Warrington. But Koilov in. Wood. Fozzard. Accelerates. Hull penalised for offside. I think they could go for goal even though it's just in their own half with this gale, very strong wind behind them. Of course, it's not in their own half now because Russell Smith took them back to 10 yards where the whole defence line should have been. That was a careless penalty to give away because Hull had tackled well for 4. And this is a good position for the kicker, Appo. Obviously not the regular kicker. The regular kicker, Lee Braze, as Steve's already said, not played. So Appo got the chance to increase Warrington's lead. Sorry, put Warrington in the lead. But Hull are making too many mistakes in possession at the moment. Haven't settled down, look quite dangerous when they move the ball, but haven't been safe enough with the ball. So it's Apple, left-footed kicker. Looks good, straight down the middle. So we've been playing a quarter of an hour and the score's Warrington 4, Hull 2. At the moment, really, Steve, although they're their own worst enemy because they've had a chance to put pressure on Warrington, but they haven't really kept it going. Chris Chester, high kick again, identical kick. Wood comes for it, give it to Hilton. Good tackle, excellent tackle. There. Logan, Ma. Wood, Dominic. To Westwood, all offside again. Well, that's 2 penalties in a minute for offside. A Warrington fan touching the whole half. Burns. Wood. Drop onto Hilt. Good tackle by Tony Smith. Clark. Dummies. Tackled by Smith. That makes a few more yards. Warrington 5 yards from the line. Hilton. Wood. Dummies. Oh, checks off Logan's tackle, bit of danger here. Barnett, Dominic. Gets out of the tackle. Clark will score. No, you can see that coming. All defence wasn't set. Good quick play of the ball. Easy try, Steve, easy try.
Yeah, all caught on their line there, just that momentum from Dominic, half getting through really when there was nothing on the previous play. Quick play of the ball, and off goes Clark, showed the ball to the outside, and then just kept on going, and really quite a big gap around the ruck for him to score. Well, Hull certainly paying the penalty for 2 offside decisions. And Appo with a chance to post his 3rd goal here. He's kicked it. It's 10-2 to Warrington. Excellent start for the Wolves. And again, a bit of looseness in the Hull defence near the line. So twice they've been caught out that way this season already. Tackled very, very well in the Warrington half. Warrington have needed penalties to get out of there. So Chris Chester to get us underway again. Again, the lofted high kick. It's going to be taken by Wood and no doubt find Hilton. He does. Hilton tackled by Ryan and Greenhill. Gaskell, the young winger from the left-hand side. It's the pattern, and Clark going up the middle. Good meters by Warrington. 3 tackles have made the 40-metre line. Fozzard, very upright running style. Into the Hull half. Clark. Good tackle by Logan. On Hull's 40, last tackle. Wood kicks out a dummy half. Richard Horn, sun in his eyes, but no problem taking that ball. Shows the ball to Tony Smith, takes the tackle on the 20. Colin Best. Offside against Warrington this time. Hull have the penalty on their own 30-metre line. It's going to be Paul Cook to find touch on the main stand side, which he does. So Hull starting this set just inside their own half. Greenhill takes the first hit up. Tony Smith uses the short side. Ryan finds a bit of space there. Good 15-metre gain there by Sean Ryan. Play 35 out from the Warrington line. Logan. Storming run by Logan. Jason Smith. Tony Smith. Tony Smith shunts off a couple of players. 15 metres from the Warrington line. Jason Smith at dummy half. Cook to Greenhill. Out to Coelove. Beats one man. To Coelove on the outside to Best. Best's over, I think. Best comes round to improve the position. Excellent try. Nothing really on when Toa Coelove got that ball. But his strength and quality there, Brian. Beat a man, then drew 2 others, slipped the ball out of the tackle with enough room for Colin Best, and that extra bit of pace he's got to make, well, a very, very good reply for Hull.
Yeah, that was it. Great play by Coelove. So as he said, Steve, slipped one man, drew 2 others, passed the Best, still had a bit to do at Best. He had it only a yard to the touchline, but Diddick showed great pace. That was a perfect response by Hull, and shows what they could do, Steve, if they keep the ball in their hands and don't give it to Warrington with these stupid penalties. So it's Steve Prescott. 10 yards in. Chips it. Looks good. It is good. Not as easy as it looked, that one, Steve. Into the wind. So it's Warrington 10, Hull 8. We've been playing, what, about 22 minutes? Yeah, an added problem for Hull in this half is that they're playing into the sun as well as the wind. Apple kicks, it's deep. Goes to Paul Cook. I don't think it went backwards. I thought it went backwards. They're all shouting, but it clearly went backwards. Quite difficult ball to take that with the wind and the sun. There goes Best. Horn runs off. Tackled by Wainwright. He's penalised Horn for not getting up to play the ball. So I'm sure Apple go for goal here. It's a real stop and start game, really. I haven't done a penalty count, but I think that must be the 10th in this half, and we've been playing about 25 minutes.
Well, Hull should have known Russell Smith's looking out for that. There were two penalties, one to either side from identical positions last week. See if he catches Warrington for one 20 metres from their own line. Well, Graham Appo has had 3 successes already. Should be 4 after this. This is as easy as anything he's had. He's missed. Oh no, he scored. He's gone in off the post, and Warrington come up with their 4th success, and it's 12-8. You don't have to change the balance of the game a decision like that, when they 2 points and then they get the ball. So 3 penalties and a conversion to Graham Appo. Warrington 12-8 ahead. Young Gaskell on the far wing takes the kick-off, driven back to 8 metres from his own line. Clark at dummy half. Guisset, the Frenchman, one of only 2 playing in Super League. Domic knocks on. Well, Warrington making a few mistakes as well. This is good, ideal field position for Hull now. 15 metres from the Warrington line. The Warrington winger Gaskell receiving attention. Richard Horde feeds the scrum this time. Jason Smith standing wider out. Paul Cook takes the tackle. Appo. Ryan will take it up. Almost getting the hand free to offload, but not quite able to do so. 12 metres away. Jason Smith. Wide ball to Chester. Barnett. Barnett throws a dummy. Has the pace to get there, has he? Did he put it down? He certainly reached the line. Tries given. Try is given. Possible to tell from here. It was a great effort to get under him by the Warrington defender, who was Sibbett. But Richie Barnett backed himself there, his strength and pace, dummy to the outside. Got to the line, and according to the officials, got over and put it down. Went over on his back, but I think he probably then put it down in the same motion, Brian. Yeah,
I thought it was a question of a double movement. It was just a question of whether the defender got under him. But the in-goal touch judge was right on the spot, and the referee was, and try given, and that brings the score equal at Hull 12. Warrington 12 with the kick to come, but Barnett showed great pace and strength there. So both Hull centres have shown that with the ball in their hands are dangerous. So it's Prescott. I wouldn't fancy Steve Prescott's chances kicking into the gale force wind off the touchline. Hull look as though they're going to make 2 substitutions. Certainly Paul King coming on, and it looks like Fletcher coming on for Sean Ryan. I don't know the other one coming off. Certainly Sean Ryan's one. And Scott, it looks like Scott Logan's coming off. That's not a bad kick by Prescott. It's a brilliant kick. Just crept over the crossbar into the wind. What a kick by Steve Prescott to bring Hull in the lead 14-12.
Against the wind.
So it's Hull penalty on the centre spot. Hull taking the tap. Craig Greenhill's had an excellent first half hour. Fletcher, first run. Tony Smith drops off Paul King. Smith, Cook. His quick darts on acting out that by Smith. Quite effective. Jason Smith, long ball to Hall. Barnett comes inside. Jason Smith looking for a gap. Finds 2 tacklers on the Warrington 20. Last tackle. Tony Smith chips. Oh, missed by the Warrington defender. Oh, it could be a try. It's with it. No, it isn't. He did get the hand to it before it went over the line. Domic. The Good tackle. Another good tackle by Chris Chester. Fozzard. Bang down. Burns. Tackled by Ma. Tony Smith. Penalty against... Oh, lost the ball. I thought he'd given a penalty first. But he hasn't. Said he lost the ball. So it's Hull's head ball. Cook. Barnett. Cook. Jason Smith. Waterhorn. Can't take it. Prescott. Tackled by Domick. Jason Smith. Little ball inside to Craig Greenhill. But the tackler on his neck there, but the referee says play on. Tony Smith. Cook looking for a gap. Paul King runs off. Tony Smith chip over into the corner. It's a good one. Hull should, yeah, Hull put Gaskell over his own line. Excellent kick held up in the wind. So it's Warrington to drop out. It'll go a long way, this. Richard Odd needs to be a bit deeper than he is, I think. So it's Apple. Yeah, it's right over Old's head. Yeah, bad play really by Old, because it's gone deep to Paul King, who's 10 yards from his own line. Bad positional play, showed his inexperience. King loses the ball. Terrible play, awful play. I mean, the play into a gale force wind, it was obvious it was going to go deep. And Richard Old should have been 30 metres further back. He could have come for the ball. As it is, excellent tackling position for Warrington. Westwood. Burns. Wood. Dummies. Oh, good run. Burns again. Inside ball to Fozzard. Oh, King knocks him down. John Clark. Wainwright. Tackled by Greener. Good tackling this by Hull. Geese. Last tackle. I'm sure a lot of idea in this set of 6. Wood. Long ball. Oh, good tackle. Oh! Chris Chester gets it. Well, does well this Chester, tackled by Apple. Ma. Warrington offside. I think I will go for touch rather than for goal. But Jason Smith signal for Steve Prescott to go for goal. That was a great tackle by Chris Chester then. Well, can Prescott do the impossible again into the wind? But really, that drop out under the post by Warrington, poor play by Ulster.
Yes, it was. It was. I think we have to remember Richard Horn's relatively new to the full-back position, but there should have been some communication to make sure that that was covered, really. I'm not sure Paul King knocked on in the end. There was a bit of untidiness, the ball bobbled around. But anyway, Hull tackled superbly in that set. And with Chris Chester's breakaway, they've got on the ensuing penalty, they have a chance to stretch the lead to 4 points. 14-12, Steve Prescott has a go at this one. Misses. This time. just to the left of the post, the touch judges say. It's going to be the dropout. Richard Horne has gone back within his 20-metre area this time. Warrington bringing Fozzard off and Burns, and replacing them with Wood. Who's the other one? Matt Sturm, the other player, who's come on for the Wolves, and Paul King meets the tackle of Matt Sturm just short of his own 40-metre line. Richard Horne from dummy half. He's been instructed at full-back to go up and do that quite regularly. Fletcher, good bit of footwork by Richard Fletcher. Stepped off the right foot and accelerated into the Warrington half. Greenhill, it's a good hit by Guisset. Tony Smith, short side. Fletcher takes the tackle inside the Warrington 30. It's the last tackle. Cook, Jason Smith kicks, will let that drift in the wind. Prescott can't take. The ball just drifted away with the wind and bounced about a foot in from touch, and so on. It's going to be a scrum with Warrington head and feed. We're into the last 5 minutes of the half. Just flown by. Sibbett, player back at Warrington after a season out in Australia with the Melbourne Storm. Wainwright, who offloads. That's a dangerous offload. Much to be gained from that. And it's Domick who has to tidy up. Gaskell, not a very big winger, but obviously got a bit of pace. Sturm. And now Guisset, good run by the Frenchman. Came at a good angle there. Just outside the whole half. Wood with the kick. It's going to be, drives Richard Horne back. And Richard Horne can just watch that roll harmlessly away in front of his own supporters. Hull to restart on the 20. Four minutes, Billy Mallinson telling the side. Paul King takes the first hit up. Greenhill, not yet had a spell. And as Brian said before, worked very hard, tackled hard, and made good meters. Short side, Richard Fletcher beats the first man. And he's put down just short of halfway. Tony Smith, King. Big hit there, Guisset putting himself about a bit at the moment. Jason Smith, Chester. Throws the dummy, but three Warrington men straight onto him. This is the fifth and last. Warrington have tackled well in this set. What sort of kick will Hull finish with? Jason Smith, midfield bomb. It's high, it's hanging. Apo takes it well. And he's tackled by Marr and Chester. Gaskell again at dummy half. Chester makes the tackle. Warrington fans thought Chester wasn't marking square. Meanwhile, here's Domick, the blue headgear. And here's Wood, substitute forward. And some pushing there. It's going to be a penalty against Hull. I think that was perhaps one of those that could have gone either way, really. But Warrington do get the advantage of the penalty. And they find touch 35 out from the Hull line. In fact, it's rather less than 10 metres between the 40 and 30 line. Not the longest field Wilderspool, good wide field. And here's Guisset within 15 metres of the Hull line. Hull need to defend, keep Warrington out. For the interval, Wainwright. Nice ball, but a good tackle, well read by Koilov. Wood, wide ball to Noon. Comes loose. Sturm went back. Warrington looking to overload the right-hand side. Bit of a chance here for Gross. Bit of good play here by Warrington, and it brings Domick. And a penalty against Hull. For offside. Well, a bit scrappy down there. Domick released the ball, but it hit a Hull player and then picked up by a player in front of him. What? Yeah.
Last action of the first half.
Yeah, the question I suppose would be why that wasn't given as a knock-on, because certainly Domick released the ball. The referee must have thought he'd gone back from him, then hit a Hull player and then picked up by a Hull player in front. So here is Graham Appo. He's had plenty of kicking practice in this first half. He's got a chance to level the scores at half-time. Where's the scoreboard? Oh, it's over there, you can't see it. Yeah, it's just, you can't, yeah, it's just under there. It's 14-12, isn't it? This could well be the last action of the half. Harper's on target again. Hammond missed Lee Breers for the goal kicking. That is the last action half, and it ties the scores up at 14 apiece. Hull will be, I think, quite satisfied with that first half, certainly when they controlled the ball and didn't give penalties away. And those are two quite big imponderables, of course. They looked capable of breaking the Warrington defence down. Warrington about to kick off via Graham Appo. 14 all, both sides with it all to do. A tight game. Hull had 2 tries to 1. Really got to stop giving away penalties in kickable position for Warrington. Oh. That flutter there as Chris Chester trapped the ball. The ball ran forward, but he managed to pick up. Hull have got the advantage of this considerable wind. King. Met by Sturm and Wood. Ryan back on the field. Offloads nicely. Tony Smith. Jason Smith. Midfield. Tony Smith. Good support. And a penalty. Now Warrington being called over. Captain. Good bit of interplay between Tony Smith and Jason Smith there. In the end, Warrington concede the penalty. And was that a team warning? It looked as if it might be. Steve Prescott is going to go for goal. As we commented in the first half, this is not a full 50 metres because there's only about 5 or 6 metres between the 40 and the 30 metre lines, so it's a kick of 47 metres thereabouts. Just to the left of the centre spot. Wind really gusting, certainly up here in the commentary position. Steve Prescott strikes it, certainly got the distance, he's got the goal. Creeps over, caught by Graham Appo, but a good strike by Steve Prescott restores Hull's 2-point lead at 16-14. And we've been playing just a couple of minutes of the second half. Apo restarts. Horn collects, gives it to King. Will play just 12 metres from his own line. Greenhill for the next hit up. Cook throws the dummy. It's on the step. Greenhill to King. Makes the Warrington 40-metre line. That's 4 of the 6 gone. Tony Smith. Best's away. Now then, he's got Apo to beat. Still going Colin Best. Finds Coelov. But the chance may have gone. Coelov opens up the outside. Still Hull passing, but unable to find a bit of space. Coelov handling again. It's the 5th and last. Really, I think Colin Best backed himself and gone straight, but ran in fact towards the defenders. Jason Smith gives away a terrible interception. Really, Hull got completely lost there, Brian, after an excellent break. And here's Richard Fletcher in the bin for holding down. Well, I think Colin Best got the wrong way, Brian.
I thought he did. I thought he should have taken him on down the outside here. He had the field to beat Apo in, and he should have taken him on, rather than give himself up and waiting for the support. And that was a terrible ball by Jason Smith, floated right into Simmett's hands. Hull back down to 12 men now. Fletcher holding the man down. There goes Stern. Domick, good tackle. Richie Barnett has it, yeah, on Domick. Ball under pressure, Clark, Domick. Oh, good tackle again. Wood takes him on, slips the ball. Again, Hull's defence is up to it. Last tackle. Warrington 10 metres out. They'll go left. Wood. Wainwright. Apo loses the ball. Loses the ball out of his hands. On the last tackle, they play the ball. 10 metres out. Oh no, it's just sent right into the corner. Coelov. Horn. Tony Smith. To Best. Jason Smith going for a 40-20, he's too straight, into open space, it'll go dead on this hard ground, yeah it does. Poor kick really by Jason Smith under not so much pressure. So Warrington in the 20. Domick. Good tackling again by Barnett on Domick. Blind side move. All up to it. John Clark. Nice ball at the blind again, but again Hull's tackling good. Wood. Knock on. Picked up by Horn. Best. Sean Ryan. On for Adam Marr. Jason Smith. Long ball to Chester. Chips. Nice kick by Chester. It's a chase. A good tackle by Steve Prescott. And a good tackle by Chester. Crowd shouting for offside, but it wasn't. Another tackle by Chester. The referee calls him out. Chester, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's a penalty to Warrington. So he did his good work because he's going to give Warrington easy yards. So Warrington fine touch just inside the Hull half. Stem. Warrington. Award dummies. Should have given it to Domick. Would come short. Wainwright. Dummies. Can't get rid of the ball. Good tight defences by Hull. Fifth tackle. Apple. Chips. Oh, picked up by Horn. Could go the length of the field. Gives it to Ryan. Ryan does well. Horn just got caught then by Gleeson. Toy Love. West. Toy Love. Good attack this by Hull. Tony Smith. Breakaway by Warrington, knock on by Apple. So it'll be Hull's end ball. Chester's down, needs treatment. Don't know if he got a leg injury. He's just stretched forward for the ball then. He's on his feet. Domick having treatment as well. Chester's up, they're both up. Geese off. Fozzard back on. Hull's end ball. About 35 metres out. Horn. Coil off. King takes it up to the line. Good run by Paul King. 70 yards short. Sean Ryan can't get rid. Good defensive by Warrington. Tony Smith. Coilove is over. Try. Good try by Coilove. Good strength in between two defenders. Excellent strength by Coilove. Stayed on his feet well. A try that really needed scoring, Steve.
No shortage of defenders out there, but if there's ever an exemplar of Toa Coilove's pace and strength above all, I think perhaps strength above all, crashed over with two Warrington men hanging on to him. Gives Hull a 6-point lead and they turn that pressure into points. Don't forget they've only got 12 men on the field at the moment. And Apo to restart. On to Richard Horn and Scott Logan. Chester can't quite get away from the tacklers, was looking for Barnett on the outside. Horn again, working in close to the ruck here. Doing quite a lot of work playing at fullback, dummy half and at first receiver. Paul King on a good run, met by Sturm and Wood. Jason Smith in for the 40-20. It's picked up by Warrington. Kick was charged and it went back. Warrington back in possession and good position. Wood, who's looked dangerous. Fozzard. Now that's definitely used Wainwright as a shepherd there. No doubt about that one. Now back to 13. King takes it up. Offloads to Tony Smith. Jason Smith. Logan. Big run up the middle. Lovely ball to Tony Smith. Into a bit of space, but Apo comes across to cut him down. Jason Smith from dummy half. Chester, 5 metres away. Richard Horn at dummy half this time. Comes to the right, Logan. Takes on the defence, Scott Logan. 5 metres away, Richard Horn from dummy half. Cook, good ball and all tackled by Wood, and it needed to be. King on the drop-off. 3 Warrington men block him. Last tackle, Tony Smith to Jason Smith. Kick onto the corner, not a bad one. Prescott's there. And Warrington, I think, have got to concede the goal line dropout. They have, because he was caught in the field of play. Caught on the full, but caught in the field of play and pushed back over. So Hull in the end come up with something from that, but Warrington actually, Brian, scrambled back very well then.
Yeah, they did, because I thought a couple of that strong run by Logan had split the Warrington side. Chester going off, it seems he's got a leg injury, and Kirk Yeaman coming on. Apo keeps the ball low. Yeaman collects it. Straight in the action. Horn. Horn. Cook. Coylove. Fozzard did miss Coylove then. King. Tony Smith. Jason Smith. Horn. Cook. Cook dummies! Oh. Oh. Sean Ryan. Hull should score from this pressure. Cook. Chips. Nice one. Too deep. Oof. Off all hands. One enough for Warrington, and it's another 6 for Hull. So this is Hull's third set of 6. Referee stops the clock. Warrington slowing play down to gather themselves together. And Sid Domick took a bit of a knock. I think it went into the boards. Apo. Ball along in the wind, but still mixed halfway. Taken by Horn to Paul King. Strong run by King, but strong tackling by Warrington. Cook. Drops off Sean Ryan. Landside, Tony Smith, going to take them on, he does. Jason Smith. Jason Smith. Oh, gets the ball out. Oh, bit lucky then. Fletcher picks it up, loses it in a one-on-one. Because really, you never know that wasn't a good pass by Jason Smith at all. I think Hull player's got it back. Oh, yes, he's given it back. Penalty to Warrington. No, scrum down. Well, he must have said that it really was Fletcher's ball, and Fletcher throwing the ball down made it into a knock-on. That's only reason it can be a scrum.
Well, he's standing there then. They're taking up. But Briley taking up position with the whole defensive line. That seems to imply he thought it was a Warrington ball. So anyway, at the end of it, after all that pressure, Hull don't come up with points. Warrington hanging on. Only 6 points behind on the scoreboard. Fierce tackling over there. Barnett and Yeaman. Oh, big hit by Scott Logan. Was there a clash of heads there with Barnett? I think there might have been. Quick play the ball by Warrington. Sibbett. Back inside to Wood. Good play this. Good fend by Wood and takes play into the Hull half. It's the fifth and last tackle. Burns back on the field. Last tackle. Turnover. That's where Warrington missed Lee Breers. Best. Going to play just short of the 40-metre line. Graham Horn, who's on the field for the first time. Is that Tony Smith that's gone off? King. Some fierce tackling on King. Oh, well picked up by Logan. No right to take that. Through to Yeaman, is it? 10 metres away, Warrington still hanging on. Jason Smith goes to the short side. Onto the wing to Prescott, who's over and scores 10 metres in from touch. Oh, good awareness by Jason Smith there. The referee hasn't yet given the try, has now. Took his time. But Steve Prescott finishes brilliantly. And a bit of real good experience by Jason Smith there after that break. I think most players might have well come to the open side, but he spotted the space on the short side, went on a diagonal run, drew the Warrington men in, and then just needed a good pass to the wing, and Steve Prescott gratefully received.
Yeah, well, use experience then. Actually, from up here with the impetus he had, it looks like to me as he could have gone over himself actually. But nonetheless, he gave it to Steve Prescott, which is the simpler thing to do, and Steve Prescott scores. Hasn't left himself a particularly easy kick, wide angle. So it's Graham Apple to restart. Kicks it high again, it hang in the wind. Be Richard Horn's ball. To Logan. Logan. Yeaman. Well, makes good ground game it. Good on his feet. Fletcher. Oh. Fletcher again. Good yards. Last tackle. Jason Smith. Kick it into the corner. He done it. He chips over the top. Horns with it. Oh, misses. Apple picks it up. Does well. Good run this by Gaskell, the winger. Again, good attack this by Warrington. Good fast attack, another offside. So Warwick, good attacking position this, 20 metres out. Fozzard. Weston. Strong lad, Weston. Tackle 2 yards short. Oh, bad ball. Picked up by Burns. Good tackling. Known. Last tackle. Going left. Chip through. Ball bats his back. Warwick said Russell Smith said he'll play, didn't play, and he didn't. Struck his boat. Horn. Graham Horn looking for a gap. Prescott. I think it'd be best now having a run from back to half back. It is. Horn. Richard Horn looking for a gap. Fozzard gets Collins in. Just at halfway. Jason Smith. Hard kick. Should find touch, I think. Doesn't. Well collected by the young winger. Tackle in his 20. Westwood. It's important all don't start to get penalties away now. I think it's Scott Logan out. He's taking a knock on his, I think it's a bit of, on his head. Oh, it's not Logan. It's Sean Ryan. No, it's not. No. I think Steve thinks it's Fletcher. It's difficult to see from here. Looks in quite a bad way. So they're calling for a stretcher, I think. Don't quite see what happened. And really, Richard Fletcher's never moved. He's getting a sympathetic round of applause from the spectators as he goes off. Burns. Who's this new hooker?
Oh, this one, yeah.
It's quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit small. What a stupid thing for Scott Logan to do. To tackle well for 4. Ridiculous. So it's another 6 for Warrington. The kick will put them right on the attack. And all for a bit of indiscipline by Scott Logan. They've been really, today, all of not given a particularly disciplined performance. Far too many penalties. Gleeson, Stern. Burns, long ball. Hapo. Whole defence gets across. In the shape of Yeeman and Jason Smith. Coming the other way, Burns. Short ball. Wood. Wainwright. Nice ball by Wainwright to Westwood. Ball tackling up to it. Wood. Bairns again. Last tackle. Good defence. Going right. Chip. Knock on. The Warrington's head and ball. So Warrington have the ball again. Apple. Wood. Bairns, inside ball. To Stem. Wood. Fozzard, take him on. Gets rid of it, but it comes to a whole hand. Desperation pass by Fozzard. Barnett trying to relieve the pressure. Good tackling by Warrington. Big penalty, I think, against Wood. It was high. I think he followed down with his elbow, the referee said. Wood doesn't agree. Paul Cook. Finds a good long touch, does Paul Cook. Green up. Graham on. Logan. Logan crashes into the three defenders. Cook. Ryan. Oh look. Oh, well taken by Green, and not a good ball by Graham. Cook looking for a gap. Oh, good ball by Horn. Oh. Barnett could have scored himself then, I don't know why he didn't. I don't understand why Barnett didn't score himself, he could have put the ball down. Stem.
Sure, he could have done that.
Gleeson tries to run off once too often. Fozzard. Runs hard, good tackle and lead by Yeaman. Oh, Wood, good break. Loses the ball, tried to pass it, tried to pass the ball. I lost it in the tackle, arguing with the referee. Cook fans touch. So John Clark back on the last quarter. Richard Horn takes him on, looks for a gap. Logan. Turns round but can't get rid. Jason Smith. Yeaman pushes two defenders. Jason Smith. Greeno. Jason Smith. chips over. Came off Best's hand.
No, not. Well, we don't. No. So Warrington with possession again after that 20-metre restart. Hull's defence has been very solid the second half so far. Clark at dummy half, just recently back on the field. Domick quickly into his stride. Very good tackle down low by Adam Marr. Clark going for the kick. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad kick at all. Best manages to take it and stay in the field of play. And here comes Richard Horne from dummy half, makes some very good hard yards there. Cook. Paul Cook also. Good work. And here's Best again. Gets rid of one or two players, accelerates up to halfway. Good work by Colin Best. Jason Smith. Yeaman. Almost into a space, but he goes inside the Warrington 40-metre area. It's the fifth and last. Jason Smith. Again, the same tactic, kick to the wing. Best in touch. Well, to take that Colin Best, but he's immediately rattled into touch. Warrington have it on the turnover. 5 or 6 minutes left. I know. Warrington trying to work it from their own half. Sturm. It's a big shoulder from Scott Logan. Fozzard this time. Looking to keep the arm free and offload the ball. Burns as Warrington's attack picks up momentum. Pushed off by Logan. Offloads nicely to Clark. Back to Domick. And he's tackled on the 40-metre line. 2 tackles, I think, left. Wood. It's the last one. Clark out wide to Wood. Wood takes on the defenders, offloads to Domick. Keep it alive on the last tackle. Useful kick by Domick, but picked up by Jason Smith. Warrington thought there was a knock on there, but certainly no evidence of that. Jason Smith's not going to be very quick to get to his feet here, with time ticking away. Barnett. Graham Horne from dummy half. Prescott. Good yards by Steve Prescott. Hull pretty conservative at the moment, but that's all they need to be. Jason Smith going for the 40-20. Drills it into that area, but it's going to sit up nicely for Gaskell, who's shown a bit of pace. I think we've said before, not very big, but pretty quick. Westwood. That's Gross. Big raps, scored some good tries this season. Not really had an opportunity today. Gleeson. Tackle just short of the halfway line. Clark at first receiver. Wood throws the dummy, gets through. Here's a chance for Warrington. Clark picked up by Craig Greenhill as Clark couldn't take it. Greenhill will take the tackle. Could be Warrington's last chance. Ryan. Mara dummy half. Richard Horne. Horne trying to accelerate into space, but Warrington just managed to keep defenders on him. Logan. Looking to try and slip the ball to Jason Smith. Greenhill. 30 metres from the Warrington line. Graham Appo's won the Warrington man of the match. Jason Smith goes for the drop goal. And it's through. And that just eats up a bit more time. Snap drop goal from Jason Smith puts Hull into a 25-14 lead. And we're into the last 5 minutes of the game. Well, Warrington look a pretty tough side. They've certainly given nothing away physically today. Without Lee Breers, hasn't quite been the guile, the organisation. Well taken by Yeaman. And now Logan again. Up to the 20. Yeaman again. Working from dummy half. Getting a bit more game time this week. Richard Horn. Put down on the 40-metre line. Graham Horn again makes 10. And Yeaman again. Jason Smith with the big bomb. Onto Appo. Drops it. A knock on by Appo. Towering kick by Jason Smith. And of course, as we commented earlier, for Hull in the first half, Appo with the sun in his eyes there. So Hull with this scrum 11 metres from the Warrington line. And Jason Smith to feed the scrum. It's the ball. Koilov takes on the defence. Still going to Koilov. He's only 3 metres from the line, eventually taken. Appo has been pulled out. There was a trip there on Koilov. It was more of an instinctive reaction than anything else. Just going to go and report that incident. Graham Appo, the man who looks to have come off worst, is limping. Steve Prescott, no doubt here, is going to have a shot at goal. He's going to get the kicking tee ready for when all the discussions are finished. The episode goes on report. And Appo's the one receiving attention. Well, we're into injury time, but of course it was quite a long stoppage, wasn't it? We're on five minutes though. So Steve Prescott, with 4 successes to his credit and a try, continuing that rich vein of form. Slots it over, 27-14, 13 points the difference. Don't see a way back for Warrington now. And in fact, no further opportunity, that's it. Hull have won in the end, especially in the second half, Brian, a really convincing second half by Hull. Controlled the game. Warrington really threatened only spasmodically, and then when our Hull defended their line very, very well when they did. And enough at the other end to come up with the scores that counted. A 13-point victory here at Warrington by 27-14.